Hello. Thank you for watching another episode at Investing with All I See is W. Today, I wanted to make this video on Saturday, August 15, 2020 to share with you my insights on future companies that I feel will add long-term value to your financial growth investment. But first off, before I begin, I want to inform you that the information I'm sharing with you today should be used as guidance information only, and anytime when you make an investment, whether it's a long-term investment or a short-term investment, please do your own investment research and take this information and leverage it to your own strategy. Okay, let's get started. Now, first off, before I begin going into the deep dive for each company ticker, I wanted to share with you a theme by ARK Investment. ARK Investment is a new way of investing, and it's breaking away from the standard norm of like the traditional investments, like in the standard mutual funds. Like we hear about, passive mutual funds where you pay like a 0.05 expense ratio. And from what people have been saying in the past, that you can actually earn a higher return on investment based on going on mutual funds where you have a low passive index with the expense ratio of like less than 0.05%. Now, to me, I feel like that was all in the past with the traditional way of investing. That may have worked in the past, but now the new way of investing has to do with identifying disruptive companies that can pose a competitive advantage to other companies that are in the traditional conventional way of doing things. So for example, artificial intelligence would be one character that fits into that role. Another one would be is like automated driving, and we can think of companies like Tesla in the car manufacturing environment, as well as them being in the solar panel environment, as well as energy. All right. And now also biotechnology is very big on this, as well as healthcare and medicine, because artificial intelligence, software, and science, those two will be bridged together with the support of technology. And with all those three elements bridged together, then share prices of companies that fall into these disruptive bucket will take off in the future. All right. And ARK Investment is sort of a new way of looking at what companies are out there that can actually add value, and it's stepping away from the traditional way of thinking about industrial businesses. This is more of the disruptive, collaborative businesses that can add value to society. All right, and now we know demands are changing, so companies are adapting very fast to companies that have a solid benchmark. And I'm going to share with you three companies that I feel will fit in the ARK Investment. All right, now let's go ahead and let's look at some visuals here. So ARK Invest, we invest solely in disruptive innovation, okay? Now it's intended for investors like me to seek long-term growth in certain companies. All right, now these are the buckets I wanted to focus on. ARK Disruptive Innovation, we know that's their intent. All right, autonomous tech and robots. I can think of companies like Intuitive Surgical, Tesla, that falls into this bucket here. Genomic revolution, I can think of companies like CRISPR technology, any company with like top line DNA sequencing for genomics, you can identify that here. So CRISPR, you have a ton of different biotech companies. Also with the biotech COVID-19 race, I feel like it also fits in the genomic revolution, like Inovio Pharmaceuticals. And you also have futuristic companies like Organovol, which I will go into detail. All right. And also there's next generation internet. So I think of like companies like Qualcomm. What are the competitors to Qualcomm to disrupt this bucket for new generation internet, right? And also there's fintech innovation, right? So what's going to be the new source of currency? Is it still going to be the dollar currency, or will that change to digital currency? So those are just some of the things to look at. So I think of like Bitcoin being the possible driver of the primary currency in the future. All right. Now let's go ahead and let's first talk about ticker number one that I feel fits into the bucket of biotech innovation, and that's Organovol by the ticker ONVO. All right, so what does this company do and why are they so unique? This company is based out in San Diego, California, where they are trying to change the conventional way of performing traditional clinical trials. So what we know the traditional way is a company makes a drug product or a biologics, has to test that product on animals, which is in preclinical trials, and then once the preclinical trials gets approved, then the company is able to test on humans. Now what's so unique about this company is they're developing and creating artificial organs. So rather than having to test on animals and humans, you can actually test toxicity of your pre-approved drug on a created artificial liver tissue, for example. So that's very unique. It's very futuristic. I mean, in terms of finances, the company is burning its finances right now, but I feel like in the future, given the demand change with the need for having these type of items in place to support with faster clinical trials, I feel like this company will likely take off, and currently the share price is hovering at around 70 cents, so it's very low. Let's look at the maximum range here. So as you can see, back in 2012, about 8 years ago, the share price was hovering close to $10. 2013, towards the end of the year, the share price was hovering close to $12. Up through now, we've been seeing a gradual downward trend up down to the less than $1 value. But I feel like if you park your money here, you may start seeing a bull run, sort of like what we see here in the 2012 long-term approach. And if you see here, long-term financial analysts are recommending that this company will trend upward as well. So that's a good thing with Organovo. And I am an investor of Organovo for many years, and I've just recently loaded up more on this company because I foresee it to take off. Alright, so I'm going to go over to the next ticker here, and this is Nokia Corporation. So we know back in 2008, Nokia took a significant hit when Apple released its operating system, iOS, and it really took out Nokia's business because Nokia was so focused on hardware and not so much on software, where their business strategy was so focused on the European markets. And up until Apple released their product, it seemed as though the whole global consumer market had a high demand for just Apple products, right? But now things are changing with Nokia Corporation, I feel like. And I was recommending this company just recently when it was $4, and it's hovering, up to $5 now. But I feel like it won't stop there. It will continue to grow. Let's look at the 1-year trend chart here. So as you can see, mid-March, the share price was hovering at $2.66. It went up by 100% up through today, where it's hovering at the exact $5. But I feel like given its current state, where it's at, it can hit the resistance of $6 previously back in January 2019, and back in 2015, $7. I foresee a bull run, a consistent bull run with Nokia, right? This is a competitor to Qualcomm. Not so big as Qualcomm, but I feel like Nokia is changing their business strategy, and they're supporting the software telecommunications sector, which does support our investments bucket here, right? I mean, next generation internet, I think it does fall into this play here, all right? All right, now, next ticker I wanted to go through next is Tesla, right? I mean, Tesla, to me, I wanted to recommend to all of you is this is a very solid company to invest in. I've looked at their finances, their growth sales rate. Even though profitability isn't showing yet, the fact that you're getting such a high number of sales coming in, you will start seeing that be reflected in your positive return on cash flow as well as your profit numbers. All right, Tesla will continue to go up, right? We may see paint drying, meaning that there will be some fluctuations of it going down or up, but once you remove the noisy data and when you assess whether the company is trending up or down, this company is trending upward, and I foresee this company to likely get up to like the Amazon numbers very soon, even irregardless of the stock splits and all that. I'm talking in terms of value investment. All right, let's look at the 5-year trend chart here. So as you can see, within a year, it's shot up from $200 up through close to $1,700. I don't think that it's going to stop there. I'm very bullish on this company. The fact that the Fremont plant site has so many Teslas being produced, and they're running out of parking space, and they have to lease out different parking space to park their cars. But I just see Tesla cars being exported to different cities. It's going all over the place worldwide. And the fact that now people can just go to sleep with the car driving on its own, I feel like it fits in the autonomous tech and robotics sector of ARK Investment. So to me, these are three tickers that I feel like falls under the ARK investment strategy, and I'm applying my investment strategies in disruptive stocks because I feel like that's how you make your bang for your buck in terms of what you invest. So overall, I hope this video was helpful in that I gave you insight with ARK investment and correlated it to three tickers that I feel can add value to your investment portfolio. But overall, I just wanted to say thank you to all my subscribers and the audience. If you haven't liked this video, please consider also subscribing to my channel so I can add more value to your lives and create more video content. Well, thank you so much for watching another episode at Investing with All I See Is W. Thanks.